I'll be back.
His full name is Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger, also known as Arnie, the Governator, the Austrian Oak, and Conan the Governor. As of this production, he is 70 years old and was born on July 30th, 1947 in Thal, Austria. He stands at 1.88 meters tall, or 6 foot 2 inches. His hobbies include bodybuilding, swimming, and working out in the gym. His favorite food is steak, his favorite sport is soccer, and his favorite pet is his dog. Arnold Schwarzenegger's net worth is $400 million. For starring in the movie Commando, Schwarzenegger was paid $2 million. He was paid $3.5 million for the first Predator, $11 million for Total Recall, $12 million for both Kindergarten Cop and Terminator 2. In Terminator 2, Schwarzenegger only had 700 words of dialogue, equating to $21,429 per spoken word. He earned $15 million for True Lies, Junior, and Last Action Hero, and then $20 million for Eraser and Jingle All the Way. Schwarzenegger's paychecks topped out at $25 million for Batman and Robin, The Sixth Day, and Collateral Damage. In 2003, Schwarzenegger negotiated an upfront salary of $29.95 million plus a 20% royalty on gross profits over $380 million for Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. The movie went on to earn $433 million globally, bringing Arnold's paycheck up to an estimated $35 million. During his career to date, Schwarzenegger has earned at least $400 million from film salaries alone, before taxes. Schwarzenegger lives in a 10,000 square foot villa in California's Pacific Palisades, worth $12.9 million. The completely remodeled mansion sits on 2.5 acres in an exclusive gated community. It boasts 7 bedrooms and 7 baths, with a Grandmaster suite, plenty of entertainment space, and a separate maid's quarters. Other amenities include a tennis court, pool with a spa, a large open field for horse jumps, a duck pond, and a natural year-round stream. The house is extremely private, yet with gorgeous views of the canyons and the Pacific Ocean. Arnold Schwarzenegger likes his cars, and he likes them big. That's why he has a fleet of Hummers, military and the new style. He also has his own tank and a Mercedes-Benz Unimog. Other than going big, he likes to go fast too, so he owns a Porsche 911 Turbo, a Dodge Challenger, a Bentley Continental Supersports, a Ferrari 360 Spider, and a Mercedes-Benz SLS. Going big and going fast on the ground just isn't enough for Schwarzenegger. That's why he has a Gulfstream 3 worth $38 million. Arnold Schwarzenegger and physical therapist Heather Milligan began dating in 2013. So far, they have not openly talked about their relationship, but have been seen multiple times in public together. Schwarzenegger and Mildred Patricia Boehner, a member of his household staff, had an affair in 1997. It's unclear how long the former governor and housekeeper continued their affair. Boehner gave birth to their son Joseph in 1997. She retired from her post at the Schwarzenegger household in January 2011. Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver got married after dating for almost 9 years. He and Maria met at the Robert F. Kennedy tennis tournament in August 1977, when they were introduced by Tom Brokaw. They have 4 children together: Catherine, born in 1989, Christina, born in 1991, Patrick, born in 1993, and Christopher, born in 1997. Their split was announced in 2011 after it was revealed that the actor had a love child with the family's maid, which had been kept secret for 14 years. Schwarzenegger and Shriver finalized their divorce in 2017, 6 years after separating. Schwarzenegger and former actress Gigi Goyetti reportedly had a fling back in 1975, when Goyetti was 16, and then again in 1989 while he was married to Maria Shriver. Goyetti was reportedly paid $20,000 in 2003 to keep quiet about their affair. Schwarzenegger and Barbara Outland Baker lived together for 3.5 years right after he first moved to America. She published her memoir in 2006 titled Arnold and Me, in the Shadow of the Austrian Oak, which Arnold gave her an interview for. Arnold Schwarzenegger was born on July 30th, 1947 to Gustav Schwarzenegger and Aurelia Schwarzenegger in Thal, Austria. His parents were very strict. He grew up in a Catholic family who attended Mass every Sunday. His father had a preference for his elder brother, Meinhard, over Arnold. His favoritism was strong and blatant, said Schwarzenegger, which stemmed from an unfounded suspicion that Schwarzenegger was not his biological child. He said that his father had no patience for listening or understanding our problems. He was active in sports like soccer, and while preparing himself for soccer, he developed an interest in bodybuilding. During the 1960s, he won a few weightlifting and powerlifting competitions. In 1967, he earned the Mr. Universe title when he was only 20 years old, thus becoming the youngest individual to win this title. The following year, he won the Mr. Universe title again. In 1970, he competed in the Mr. Olympia contest and won when he was only 23 years old. He created a record of being the youngest person to ever win the title. In the 70s, he stepped into Hollywood and began his acting career in the film Hercules in New York, and then he worked in the film The Long Goodbye. After he won the Mr. Olympia title in 1970, he continued to win every year until 1975, when he declared his intention to withdraw from professional bodybuilding. In 1976, his film Stay Hungry was released, in which his acting got appreciated. He worked in the film Pumping Iron in 1977. The same year, he also featured in an episode of the comedy show The San Pedro Beach Bums. In 1979, he acted in the film The Villain, and the following year, he appeared in the biographical movie The Jane Mansfield Story as actress Jane Mansfield's husband, Mickey Hargitay. In 1980, he again participated in the Mr. Olympia competition and won. Finally, he officially retired from professional bodybuilding. In 1982, he got his first major hit when his film Conan the Barbarian was released. He then worked on the sequel of the film called Conan the Destroyer. This was followed by many more films such as The Terminator, Predator, Commando, and The Running Man, which launched him as a successful action hero. He also did a comic role in the 1988 film Twins, which was followed by his film Total Recall, which was a huge commercial success. In 1991, he starred in Terminator 2: Judgment Day, which was immensely successful and became the biggest commercial hit of that year. He worked in the film True Lies in 1994. During the 1990s, he worked in a few other movies such as Eraser, Jingle All the Way, and Batman and Robin. After he took some time off in order to recover from a back injury, he reappeared in the movie End of Days, which was an action fantasy thriller. In 2002, he acted in the movies The Sixth Day, and then he starred in Collateral Damage, but none of these films were met with financial success. He played the lead role in the 2003 film Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines, and it marked the actor's comeback to stardom as it was a huge hit and garnered around $150 million in the US. He declared himself to contest in the 2003 California recall election for the office of the Governor of California. He was elected the Governor of California on October 7th the same year and remained in office for the next 8 years, which included a re-election to the post. In 2004, he made a guest appearance in the film The Rundown, and then another cameo role in Around the World in 80 Days. The following year, he portrayed himself in the film The Kid and I. He also worked with Sylvester Stallone in the film The Expendables in a special appearance in 2010. In 2011, after completing his second term as the Governor of California, he decided to make a comeback in Hollywood. The same year, he founded the RGO, the R20 Regions of Climate Action. During the period from 2012 to 2014, he worked in many films such as The Expendables 2, The Last Stand, Escape Plan, Sabotage, and The Expendables 3. In 2012, he published his autobiography named Total Recall: My Unbelievable True Life Story.